Hello and welcome to the Vaults of Terra. My name is Ed and today we're going to be continuing with our Roundup videos with a roundup of the Imperial Guard regiments. Today we'll be dealing with the 13th Penal Legion, the Attilan Rough Riders, the Savlar Chem-Dogs and the Praetorian Guard. To start with the Attilans, they are some of the most famous Rough Riders in the Imperium, mainly riding a descendant of the horse into battle against the Imperium's enemies. They hail from a savage world whose primitive culture reflects that of the Mongol Empire on Earth. These fierce nomadic clans are recruited into the Imperial Guard as scouts and cavalry. Their horses are important to the riders, and the Attilans can even draw off small quantities of their blood to help them survive behind enemy lines. Now, the Attilans all have scars on their cheeks from their coming-of-age rituals, and the bigger the scar is, the better. They are also known for never bathing or cleaning their clothes, believing washing is an insult to the spirits of the water. Many regiments joke that the Attilan smell is as potent a weapon as their war lances. Now moving on to the 13th Penal Legion, also known as the Last Chancers. Now most penal legions are punishment details where prisoners and convicts are recruited into the guard and sent into the worst combat scenarios as essentially cannon fodder or suicide squads. The Imperial belief being that if they die in these squads they have redeemed themselves for their crimes. Now the Last Chancers are an elite group of prisoners all conscripted for various crimes and sent on hazardous top secret missions. Now they're all convicted criminals, most inducted into the regiment at the behest of Colonel Schaefer, who is in command, but some are assigned from outside if needed. If they succeed in their inevitably dangerous and difficult missions, then they will be pardoned for their crimes and released from service, hence the term Last Chancers. Any who die are pardoned posthumously. The Last Chancers fight across the Imperium wherever needed, whenever needed, performing the actions required of them. When not in battle, they are held in heavily guarded areas, treated as the prisoners they are. Moving on to the Praetorian Guard, they hail from the overpopulated hive world of Pretoria near the Imperial naval base Bacca. Now, the Praetorian Guard are taken from overpopulated and squalid conditions to fight for the Imperial Guard. Now, these hives produce very tough gangers, and the rest of the population serve as slave labour, producing goods that make the rulers of Pretoria some of the richest in their segmentum. Now, the Guard from Pretoria are known for iron discipline, even when facing very high odds, enforced through fearsome training and draconian punishments for even the most minor infringement, as the officers think this is the only way for former gangers and slaves to be kept in line. Despite it being brutal, for the most part their efforts work, and few could say the Praetorians were not disciplined and ferocious whilst in battle. Next up I want to talk about the Savlar Chem-Dogs. Now these are drawn from the prison planet of Savlar, and these Chem-Dogs are promised that they can loot from the battlefield and get away from Savlar's toxic atmosphere, but if they commit any more crimes they will be sent back to Savlar. They were recruited as mass cannon fodder for the Third War of Armageddon, but were originally recruited to put down a rebellion on another world, but were so effective in that role that they were brought into regular service. Now, they excel in fighting in noxious conditions, as they have endured it already on Savlar. They have a lot of commissars to control the troops who use altered gas to become hyper-aggressive and more effective on the battlefield. They sometimes ride beasts native of Savlar into battle, these being known as Chem Riders. Most of their equipment is stolen from other regiments, although how they have not been punished by the Munitorum is puzzling, to say the least. So long as they remain effective, it's likely they will be overlooked for their stealing. And that's everything I wanted to say in this roundup video today. I know it's been short, but it's just a quick review of things that I didn't quite get done in my original Guard videos. If there's any more Guard, regiments, or anything else from the Imperium that you think I could make a video on to round up this topic so we can move on, please let me know in the comment section below, or if you have just a general comment about the video, you can leave that as well. If you'd like to speak to me, you can send me a personal message on YouTube, and you can also go to the Vox Relay, the Vaults of Terra forum, where the knowledgeable community is there to help answer any questions you may have about something I've talked about, or something you don't think is enough for me to talk about, but maybe something that's been bugging you. Anyway, thank you for listening today. See you next time on the Vaults of Terra.